Hey guys, I'm coming to you from Rosie's Comfy Couch. Isn't that like a thing? I feel like I remember that from back in the day. Anywho, I have all your burning fitness questions right here on this handy dandy iPad. My husband is an iPad kid, so that's why I have an iPad. So I'm literally just gonna go through them and answer them because these are questions that you guys asked. I did not forget about them. I literally got so busy with the holidays. Honestly, I wasn't busy. Let's be real. I'm a 34-year-old. I don't have kids, so it wasn't like busy, but like I was just busy resting. Does that make sense? I gave my dog something to occupy him too. Something to mentally stimulate him while I'm answering your burning questions. So I'm just gonna go through and just start answering. I kind of like doing it this format, by the way, instead of story format. But please let me know like your thoughts. If you have any thoughts, feelings, opinions, I'm open to hearing them. But let's just jump right in, shall we? With busy schedules and trying to fit in workouts, do you have any tips for getting good rest? I'm confused by that question. I get confused easily. But as far as busy schedules and fitting in workouts, like I am blessed that all I do literally is just work. So then, it's fairly easy to fit in my workouts. And I find too, if I have more structure, like actually getting in a workout is easier for me because I just really benefit from structure because I just schedule my workout. I'm like, okay, I only have 60 minutes and this is the time that I have it from like 4 to 5 p.m. So I have to do it at that time. How many days a week do you run versus cross train when training for your marathon? I was training through an injury, so I have plantar fasciitis, still struggling with it. I actually have my first PT appointment back tomorrow, so I'm very excited for that. Not excited. It's not fun to go into PT, but necessary. I was cross-trained like all the time, so I think I was like doing like 4 to 5-ish days of cardio, and essentially I would only run 1 day a week, so that would be my long run that I would get on my feet, and then the rest of it I was just cycling. So I think I posted a few times about like cycling for 90 minutes, which do not recommend. I was not having fun cycling for that long, but that's what I had to do. No questions, just here to say I love your content. You guys, thank you so much. You guys kill me when you say that. It honestly, you just gas me up so much. I love it. Thank you. Best running shoes. Okay, so best running shoes would be the ones for you. So I would highly recommend you getting fitted. My favorite currently are the Brooks Glycerin Max 2. Best intuitive eating tips. I would highly recommend that you check out the book at my Amazon storefront, of course, because it's in my storefront. I do receive a commission for it, but that book quite literally changed my life. It's the intuitive eating workbook. Like I said, I have the specific one I use linked in my storefront. I'm sure you could probably get another version if you really want to, but honestly, that holds all the best intuitive eating tips. I learned how to tune into when I was hungry by reading that book. And before, I had no idea how to tell when I was hungry. I don't know if anyone else like struggled with this, but like when I was struggling with disordered eating, I would get in moods where I'm only eating like good foods, like healthy foods, or just like bad food. So I would only be eating fast food. And I feel like I couldn't like deviate from that. So even if I wanted strawberries, I would never get strawberries if I was like in a fast food, snacky kind of mood. So like just having a mix of everything. And like, I think it's the coolest thing when I'm like literally eating a piece of pizza, but then I'm having like a salad with like cucumbers and tomatoes and balsamic because that's what I want. Like, I just think that that's like the coolest thing because I never used to do that. Do you take gels while still running? Or did you during your marathon, or do you stop? Yes, you need to take, I think the question is asking if you need to take fuel throughout running. Yes, you do. Tatiana talks about this a lot. Tatiana Forbes, if you guys don't follow her, I feel like she talks about like cool things like fueling. Like I don't know enough about it. So I'm definitely not the recommended source, but I think it's like you should be fueling like every like 30-ish minutes. Oh my God, my collar was messed up this whole time. Here we go. Every 30 minutes with like 30-ish grams of carbs. How do you mentally cope with the, if I was just lighter, I'd run faster thought? I don't have that thought, to be honest with you. I think that perspective is everything. And to me, I'm looking at that thought and I'm like, well, maybe you could reframe that into, I'm just grateful to be running, because you could very well just like be unhealthy or for whatever reason be limited in your mobility and not be able to run. I truly do look at things from that lens. It's like, I'm just so grateful to be here. That's kind of my approach to that. is just kind of approaching it with gratitude. Like there's, I'm sure, a time that you were never able to run. So kind of comparing yourself to past versions of yourself. Oh, there's Charlie. I filled his little Kong thing with like bits of cheese. So that's what he's working on right now. So yeah, I'm sorry that you're thinking that way. It probably doesn't feel very good, but the way that I would approach it is just with gratitude. Like I'm just really grateful to be alive, be out here, be running. Are you team headphones or raw dog during your workouts? I love raw dogging. Love that term. I 100% am team headphones. Who raw dogs? Who does that? That would be, honestly, can you imagine working out without headphones? Like when my headphones die on my run, I literally want to quit. It's just not fun. This isn't fitness related, but someone said, I love the crimper that you posted. Thank you. I love it too. It's so cheap, right? And it's so good. Do you run with any safety equipment like pepper spray or something else? Okay, I'm going to be fully honest with you. When it's like good weather outside and I feel like there's not going to be a lot of people on the trail, or I'm sorry, I feel like there are going to be a lot of people on the trail, I don't typically take my pepper spray with me. But now that it's cold, I'm 100% taking it with me because it's scary as fuck. Also, another thing too, sometimes people don't test their products. Like I have tested my pepper spray, like, so I know how it comes out. But if you have a canister of pepper spray with you and you've never tested it, in the heat of the moment, you may not know exactly what you need to do. So it's important that you test it too. But I do run with pepper spray. Yes, I do. Your run walk intervals, please. Training and race day. The way that I train is I don't train with walking. I typically am just doing a jog the whole time, unless I run into a fueling or an electrolyte issue, which I have been known to do many a time. So if that's the case, I just start doing jogging and then walking intervals based on like how I'm feeling. So sometimes like I might start out with like a 4-minute jog, 1-minute walk, 3-minute jog, 1-minute walk. I do feel like that's like pretty like personal, like whatever the interval that you do that's going to be best for you is the one that like it probably won't be the same as mine. Does that make sense? So like I would encourage that you're probably trying out different intervals, like a 2 to 1, 3 to 1, maybe just like 1 to 1, like 1 minute walking, 1 minute jogging. If you're in the beginning of your journey, it might be like 30 minutes jogging, 1 minute walking, you know. Also I think it can be helpful to have like a watch to monitor your heart rate. Not necessary, but it can be helpful just to see how you're doing. If you don't have a watch, you can also just gauge it by your breathing, you know. Jogs should be like, you should be able to have a conversation. What I wear for cold weather runs, I have leggings that I wear that I love. If you go to my LTK, I do have like outfits that I've worn in cold weather that I would recommend. Anything that I'm wearing outside and on cold weather runs is what I would recommend. With working out so much, what does a typical day in the life look like for fueling with food? If I know that I'm going to be going on a long run the next day, I 100% will eat like pasta or something super carby the night before. I'm not keeping in mind my activities, but like, for instance, if I get home from work and if I'm like hungry and I know I'm going to go work out, I'll eat like a banana or like some applesauce really quick because I like to have like something in my stomach. So like I'll, you know, do those kinds of things, like make sure I'm not hungry before I start working out. How do you fuel during your runs? I have used candy. I have tried gels. You guys, I have tried multiple times. And I literally have, I talked about this in the podcast that's going to be coming out in late January, but like I have tried gels before and they don't work for me. People have like said, oh my God, like you need to be using gels, not candy. But like I use Swedish Fish. That has been what works for me. It actually works for my stomach pretty well too. I feel like the gels fuck me up. If you guys have any gel recommendations, please let me know. I use Swedish Fish and I get like the big ones. I take about 5 to 6 every 30-ish minutes, somewhere in there. Oh, and what do I eat before my long runs? I missed the part of that question. I eat like a bagel or some sort of just like toast, whatever, and like a banana. Usually would just, and the bagel would have just like butter and like jam on it. I don't do anything like cheese or anything before my runs. For obvious reasons. What distances would you be interested in racing in the future? That's from Rocky. Hi, Rocky. Honestly, probably nothing more than a marathon. I never see myself training for more than a marathon, but I would do a marathon in the future again. 100% I would. Best underwear for your runs. Girl, I don't, like, am I the only one that doesn't have specific underwear? Like, I have underwear that I wear working out, but it's like the same underwear as what I usually wear. So, I mean, that would just be telling you my regular underwear, which is Victoria's Secret. They're cheeky briefs, I think they are. I find them to be very comfortable because they're not full on thong, but they're not like bikini underwear. I need motivation and tips to get my butt outside to run in the cold Midwest weather. Girl, you and me both. It's been so hard for me this winter. Like, honestly, especially since I have my treadmill downstairs, like, I do not like leaving my house that much anymore. And I've had people messaging me about like when I'm gonna start like filming runs outside again, which I have been doing some, but it's just like so hard when I have a really nice treadmill downstairs to get outside. If you do not have a treadmill, I would just remind yourself about like how good you're gonna feel once you get done. Like, you're gonna feel amazing. And also think about too, like, once you start jogging, even if it's super cold outside, you warm up in about a mile. So like, you're not going to be near as miserable like a mile into your run as you are at the start. And also get good cold weather gear. That way, you know, you don't feel like bogged down by super heavy jackets or anything. You have something nice and lightweight. You have good fleece leggings, good socks. A favorite and most frequent time of day that you run. I am struggling with the shorter days. Oh my God, me too. The shorter days suck. I'm getting tired of it, especially now that Christmas is over. We need to be done with the shorter days. I have not been running in the mornings. I've not been working out in the mornings. I used to be such a morning workout girly. And I have not been doing that anymore. I'm very disappointed in myself. So I typically have been running after work, usually in my basement, running and working out after work. And then, you know, Saturdays, it's nice to get outside in the mornings if it's not too cold. But, you know, I acknowledge too, like, I feel like a lot of the people that follow me might be moms. Actually, oh, you're just with your boy. I thought maybe you had a kid with you, but you might be a mom. And so I think that that's probably really, like, even more challenging. You know, so I hate speaking to that because I honestly, moms impress the fuck out of me. Like the fact that moms can get like workouts in. I'm like, oh, I don't know how you do it, because sometimes I struggle and I don't have children. So, do you struggle with hip discomfort? I saw your PT moves. How do you deal when running? Yes, physical therapy is a godsend, and I understand that it's expensive. And I posted about this the other day. Like, it is so expensive. And I fought it for so long. Like, I didn't want to go to physical therapy, but with the amount that I'm moving my body, I have to invest in my physical health. So if you are moving your body, that's why people say running is a privilege. It is a privilege because then you have to invest in very expensive things like physical therapy. The biggest move that has been helpful for me, if you just like want to like Google one, has been hip cars, because they really strengthen the muscles, at least where my PT has pointed out, where I am very, very weak. I think it's like the side of your glute. And oh my God, I struggle so much doing them, but they are so helpful. It's great for like activation too. Like, you want to make sure those muscles are activated before you start doing something like running. How to increase distance without getting injured. Physical therapy, girl. Like, it's expensive as fuck. Even if you go one time, they can give you exercises that you can do. You know, because it's hard for me. I'm not a physical therapist. I would never even do it, but like, I can't necessarily recommend you any exercises. I mean, you could always try to Google and, you know, see what Google would recommend for you, but physical therapy. What was the elevation on your marathon course? And did you ever train hills? You know what? I have no idea what the actual elevation ended up being. It was fucking insane. I know it was definitely in the hundreds of feet, but I don't know how bad. Oh my God, I have PTSD thinking about it, I swear to God. I signed up for my first 50K. Oh my God, 50K, look at you. Holy crap, that's amazing. She says, you reignited my flame. I'm so proud of you. That's like so cool. I love hearing that. I love like when you guys, you know, say, oh my God, like I'm like signing up for my first marathon, my first half marathon. I get so excited for you because it's just such a fun experience and you're gonna remember that for the rest of your life. So congrats. Did you lose any weight while training for your marathon? No, no. I think people say like you're not supposed to lose weight. Like you're taking in a lot of calories. I haven't weighed myself. I don't really know. I definitely gained weight at the end of the year. just because I haven't been working out as much and I've been eating like total dog shit. How did you get started? I have a tips for beginners that's pinned in my story highlights. I've been working out consistently for like 6 years, and I got started during COVID. I really wanted to lose weight, so I started cycling, and I started cycling really consistently because I downloaded Peloton and I was obsessed. So I started enjoying my workouts, and that's how I got started and became consistent. It's also really important to recognize like the duality. Like, yes, I enjoy my workouts, but they sometimes feel hard as fuck. Actually, recently they've been feeling so hard, and I've been feeling a little bit discouraged because of it. Just because I've, taken some time off, I'm not in as good of shape as I was before my marathons. What about your goals in 2026? I have the goal of continuing to be consistent, continuing in my health and wellness journey. I would like to do like high rocks potentially. I feel like I'm much more of like an interval training girly, like a high intensity interval training, and I feel like high rocks is geared to that. So I love the idea of trying high rocks. I want to continue hopefully to inspire other women. I feel like it's my life's mission to help other women feel good about themselves and inspire women to like take care of themselves. And I would like to run another marathon too. I think maybe just one, maybe two, I don't know. We'll see. Those are my goals. Someone says, how the fuck do you run in the wintertime? I live in California and I'm freezing cold in 45-degree weather. Girl, 45-degree weather. I would reach like a literal flow state in that. It's just funny, like, when you hear, like, how people that live in, like, really warm climates are, like, so used to, like, the hot weather. Like, I really struggle in that, but I feel like my skin is more built for, like, colder weather. So, like, I would say, like, anything below 32 is kind of, like, hard, but 45, like, that's a nice day. Oof, put on a nice long sleeve, maybe a cute little headband, just some leggings. You don't even need the fleece line leggings at that point. How often are you stretching and foam rolling? Foam rolling, I do that if I feel sore. Like if I feel super sore, I'll bust out my foam roller. I'm trying to stretch before every workout, after every workout. Jess Sims always talks about if you have 30 minutes to work out, you actually only have 20 minutes because you got to do like your warm up and your cool down. It is really important and it helps prevent injury, and I would highly encourage that you are stretching before and after your workouts. Would love to know your weekly workout routine. I see you crushing Sim 60. Oh, yes, I love Jess Sims. My knee might be kind of distracting, sorry. But I freaking love her. She is a beast. She pushes me so much. I'll do like a bike boot camp on Wednesdays. That's just like my full body day. So that's typically what I do. But my split is Mondays is legs. Tuesdays, I'm now adding core. Wednesdays, it's like usually like a bike boot camp. This is all like flexible too, by the way. Like, please never hold me to any of this. But this is like just kind of what I base it off of. Thursdays, typically like rest or walking. Fridays, I might hit legs again. That's my goal going into the new year, is to hit legs again. And then Saturday is running. And then another core workout somewhere in there too. And then Sunday is rest. I used to like follow this Facebook group on Facebook. It's called Hardcore on the Floor, and there's a personal trainer on there who has created training plans based off the Peloton workouts, which I love. So you can stack the workouts, and it's so amazing. And because I'm a Peloton girly and I have my sponsorship with Peloton, I have gotten really into using the Peloton IQ. So essentially they're creating the stacks for you, which is incredible. And it's based off of your goals. You have the Peloton app, you just go on your Peloton app and you can do it from the home screen. You work out a lot. Do you lose weight daily? I know that might not be your goal, but I'm just curious. No, my content is not geared towards weight loss, and I am not a girly that's geared towards weight loss. I have lost weight in the past. I've lost about 70 pounds, but because it's hard for me because of my history of disordered eating, I don't intentionally try and lose weight anymore, and I don't weigh myself. So, but it takes time to lose weight. Like if I were to lose weight from a workout, it's just water weight. I do work out a lot. I know sometimes people get confused why I'm not losing weight. I get confused myself. It's just my body. Do you work? I can't work out and work full-time. Tips. I do. I work full-time. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. It's really hard sometimes to find balance with working out, working, needing to like couch rot, decompress, and putting out content. when I get home from work, I will typically work out right away. So I've stated so many times here, I don't have kids. So I do have that privilege of being able to work out like as soon as I get home. And that is what I'll do. I won't even like go to the grocery store. Like I will literally just come straight home, and then I will go to the grocery store if I need if I need to pick something up for dinner. I will go there after I'm done working out because I just need to get my workout out of the way. But my recommendation, if you are super busy and you're working full time and you have other responsibilities, is literally like sitting down with a calendar, planning out your day, and figuring out where you can fit a workout in. And don't be so rigid to the point where you're like, I have to fit in 60 minutes. If you only have 10 minutes, that is what you have. Go for a 10-minute walk. Where do you get your beautiful workout outfits? Honestly, all over. I've Amazon, Lululemon. I've been a really big recent fan of Athleta. Those are like the go-tos I can think of off the top of my head, but I usually have everything linked in my LTK. Those are all the questions I have. I feel like I talked here for a while. This is fun though. I honestly kind of love this. Please let me know if you guys like it, if you would like to see more like this, if there are things that you would want me to answer or address, like different questions that you would want me to kind of do like an ask me anything on. I'd be very happy to do that. It's just fun getting to talk to you guys and kind of being on the cozy couch. I'm gonna be posting videos more frequently on here. I know I said vlogs initially, but that has been hard. This is a learning process for me, longer form content. So I'm gonna try to just have like one dedicated video a week. It might be a vlog, it might be like an ask me anything, but that is my plan for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Literally, if you made it all the way here, I fucking love you. Like, oh my God, you're crazy for watching this long of a video, but also I love you so much. That's all I have for you today. Charlie, you want to say bye? You want to say bye? Okay. All right. Bye guys. Mwah.